So are you also still generating course outlines manually? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to build an AI agent to auto create Google Sheets course outlines. So over here I used to manually create course outlines, but this is such a time consuming and a tedious task. So to solve this problem I've simply created this amazing automation where what is going to happen is that as soon as I add the details of my course in my Google Sheets, automatically my AI agent is going to generate me the course outlines. Further, I can add that course outlines into my Google Sheets once again. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Google Sheets, my AI agent, which is OpenAI, and then Google Sheets. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screens. In this tutorial, I'll guide you through setting up an AI agent that auto-generates structured course outlines in Google Sheets based on the topic, audience, and learning goals. It's perfect for educators, coaches, or content creators who want to speed up curriculum planning. So let's get your course ideas organized effortlessly. And to get started, I'm just going to show you the working of this automation. So let's say that I'm just going to enter the course topic and the target audience right over here, and now based on this course topic and target audience, automatically my AI agent is going to generate me the format, module 1, module 2, module 3, and objective. And as you can see, within seconds, in real time, all of these details have been generated and added right over here without any manual intervention. So yes, this is no magic, this is the power of automation which we are going to create in today's video. And if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to watch this tutorial till the end. And now to do this, we are simply going to open a new tab, and over here we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And after opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in, and now it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account, and as soon as we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we simply have to click on this button right over here which says create workflow. And now it is asking me to enter the workflow name and select the folder. Alright, so for the folder, I'm simply going to select it as automations. And now for the workflow name, I'm just going to name my workflow as this: how to build an AI agent to auto create Google Sheets course outlines. And then we are simply going to click on this button which says create. And with this, we have successfully created a workflow, it is saying. And now with this, we have successfully opened the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by a trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, we are simply going to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm simply going to select it as Google Sheets. So I'm just going to search for Google Sheets and select it right over here. And now for the trigger event, we are simply going to select it as new or updated spreadsheet row. And now it is giving me a webhook URL. So we are simply going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Google Sheets and our Pabbly Connects workflow. So to do this, I'm simply going to copy this webhook URL and then I'm just going to open my Google Sheets. And after opening opening the sheets, we have to go towards this extensions, add-ons, and then we have to go towards this get add-ons. And after coming over here towards this get add-ons, we have to look for the extension right over here, which is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So I'm just going to search for the same extension right over here, which is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And now over here you can see that I have already installed this extension. So it is giving me the option of uninstall right over here. But if you haven't installed this extension, you're definitely going to get the option of install right from here. And you're going to install this extension right from here only. And once you install the extension, you simply have to refresh your spreadsheet. So it is a really important step to refresh your spreadsheet. Otherwise, you'll not be able to get the Pabbly Connect Webhooks option right over here in your extensions tab. And now you can see that I'm getting this Pabbly Connect Webhooks option. So after getting this, I'm just going to simply go towards this initial setup. And after coming over here towards this initial setup, it is asking me for the webhook URL and the trigger column. Alright, so for the webhook URL, we are simply going to paste the URL which we copied from our workflow. And now for the trigger column, I'm simply going to enter my trigger column right over here, which is B. So the trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row will be sent towards your webhook URL. And over here for me, the trigger column is B right over here. Because as you can see, what I want is as soon as I add the course topic and the target audience, automatically these details should be sent towards my webhook URL. If you want to send 3 details, you can enter your trigger column as C. If you want to send 4, you can enter the trigger column as D, and so on. So you have to enter your trigger column according to your spreadsheet. Alright, and after doing this, I'm simply going to click on this button which says submit. And now it is saying setup configured successfully. So with this, we have successfully created a connection between our Google Sheets and our Pabbly Connects workflow. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response, we have to do a test submission or record. So what we're going to do is I'm simply going to open my spreadsheet, and now from here we have to go towards this extensions Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and now we're just going to simply switch on this button which is send on event. So it is a really important step to switch on this button which is send on event, because upon switching on this button, what is going to happen is that as soon as a new event is going to occur in the spreadsheet, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered. And after switching on this button, we are ready to do the test submission. And in order to do the test submission, I'm simply going to enter the course topic and the target audience right over here. Alright, so I'm simply going to enter the course topic. And after entering this course topic, I'm simply going to enter the target audience. And after entering both of these details, with this we have successfully did the test submission. And now these details have been sent towards my webhook URL, which is towards my workflow. And yes, over here you can see that Pabbly has captured the response for the same. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now whenever I'm just going to add the target audience and the course topic, automatically this workflow is going to get triggered. So now we're going to move on forward towards our action step. Now what I want is, I want to build an AI agent to auto create Google Sheets course outlines. For that, I'm just going to select my action application as OpenAI. So I'm just going to search for OpenAI right over here and select it. And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as ChatGPT and click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connects workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And to get this token, we are simply going to follow the help text which says kindly visit your OpenAI API key page to get the API key that you need to enter here. So I'm just going to go towards this OpenAI API key page to get the API key. For that, I'm just going to click on this create new secret key, and now it is asking me for the key name. So let's say I'm just going to name this key as course outlines right over here. And now I'm just going to select the project and click on this create secret key button. And now over here my key has been created, so I'm simply going to copy this key, and then we're going to paste this key right over here in our workflow. And after pasting this key, we are simply going to click on this button which says save. And with this, we have successfully connected our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connects workflow. And now it is asking me to select the AI model, so I'm simply going to select it as GPT-4. You can select it according to your choice. And now it is asking me to enter the prompt, so I'm simply going to enter my prompt right over here. Alright, so I want the prompt to be this: create a structured course outline based on the given course topic. Alright, as you can see my prompt, and over here I'm just going to enter the course topic. So I'm just going to enter my course topic, but I'm not going to enter it manually by typing it like this, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Google Sheets as our trigger application. So I'm just going to simply map the details from the response of my trigger application only, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm simply going to map the course topic. So I want this prompt to be course topic is this, and we have to do it for office professionals. And now we're going to move on further and click on this save and send test request, and as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, automatically my AI agent is going to generate me all of these fields. And yes, over here you can see that it has successfully generated me the objective, the format preference, the module 1, module 2 and the module 3. So yes, with this I'm just going to add all of these details generated right over here in my spreadsheet, and to do this I'm just going to add another action step. And now for the action application, I'm simply going to select it as Google Sheets. And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as update row. So I'm just going to search for update row and select it. And now we are simply going to click on this connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets with your Pabbly Connects workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection. And now we have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google, and I'm just going to select my Gmail account with the help of which I want to connect my Google Sheets. And now Pabbly is asking me for some permissions, so I'm simply going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. And with this we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly Connects workflow. And now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet, so I'm simply going to select the spreadsheet as AI course outlines sheet. Now we're going to move on forward. I'm just going to select the sheet which is sheet 1. As you can see the same right over here. We're going to move on forward. Now it is asking me for the row index. So over here you can see the row index should be 4 right over here, because I want to add the details in this 4th. But over here I can't enter the row index manually, but instead we're going to map it. So I'm just going to map this. For that I'm just going to look for row index in the previous response and map it. Now it is asking me for all of these details, but only I'm just going to fill in this format preference, module 1, 2, 3 and objective, because these are the only details which I want to add. Rest are already added. Alright, so I'm just going to fill in this format preference from the response of my OpenAI. Now I'm just going to fill in this module 1 right from here. Now I'm just going to fill in this module 2. So as you can see, one by one we're going to simply map the content which OpenAI generated. And now at last I'm just going to enter this objective. And now after mapping all of this, we are simply going to click on this blue button which says save and send test request. Alright, so I'm simply going to click on this blue button which says save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this blue button, yes, we have received the positive response that we have successfully added all of these details into our spreadsheet. So I'm simply going to open my spreadsheet, and over here you can see the details have been added. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what is going to happen is, like I showed you in the starting of this video, whenever I'm just going to enter the course topic and the target audience, automatically within seconds in real time, the AI agent is going to generate the format preference, module 1, module 2, module 3 and course object. And automatically the details will be added into our spreadsheet. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So now go and try this amazing automation for your own business too. And with this we have successfully completed this workflow and this video too. And if you have any questions, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.